All right, let's go to John Gilbert and Aaron Gilbert. And I think Mr. Lawrence is the GAL in that case. I know Mr. Gilbert is in the booth at the courthouse and Aaron Gilbert's here. Let me get to my notes. Last time we were here, I required a 12-panel hair follicle test by Mr. Gilbert and a substance abuse evaluation. I didn't see anything in the file. Mr. Lawrence, are you aware of if those have been completed?
I have not seen anything, Your Honor, and I checked Odyssey on Friday afternoon and didn't see anything either.
Mr. Gilbert, have you a copy
that was on the internet? And it clearly states it was Portland, Oregon. Measure 110's effect February 1st of 2021, which decriminalized possession of cocaine, heroin, methamphetamine, oxy. So I don't understand what a hair follicle sample is going to prove anyways.
So we're here because your current wife filed a declaration in a protection order case alleging concerns about drug use, about domestic violence, and domestic violence involving your son. That's why visitation is suspended at this time. And we're not going to be able to move forward until you get both the substance abuse evaluation and the hair follicle. And if it shows that nothing's going on now, I will be happy to reinstitute visitation, but I need objective evidence that that's the case.
I can't afford it, Your Honor. And by what she was stating, it was stated in the state of Oregon. If you look at where she stated it, it was the state of Oregon, which measure 110's in effect February 1st of 2021. So it wouldn't matter if I did it in the state of Oregon.
All right. Well, I'm sure you're aware of the declaration that I received, which has been recent. What
are you looking at?
Mr. Lawrence, have you had any contact with the parties since our last meeting?
No, I have not, Your Honor. I was awaiting the results of the hair follicle and the substance abuse evaluation. I did have an email communication with Mr. Gilbert's wife, wanting to know how she could get these evaluations and hair follicle exams obtained. And I gave her some information on that, and that was my last communication.
Right.
I can't afford it, Your Honor. With child support, everything else, missing work, I can't afford to do it. So what am I being sentenced for?
Ms. Gilbert, any comment?
I mean, I'm sure he can afford it. So I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Sir, I'm still going to require the test and the evaluation. And I'm going to put this over a month, and hopefully you're going to be able to find the funds in that time.
So if not, how long is my visitation suspended for? What's my charges and what's...
It's not going to start. It's not going to start until you do these two things, which is do a substance abuse evaluation and a 12-panel hair follicle test.
So I'll miss some work and everything else, and it wouldn't matter if it comes back positive or negative if it states that I was in the state of Oregon? How are you going to know what state I was in if I was doing it?
You're not being charged with anything.
I'm not being charged with anything. Yes, I am. I've lost the visitation of my kid. I've had to pay the license.
Charged you, dumbass.
Market on my back.
All right. So my ruling stands. You need to complete those two, the substance abuse evaluation, the 12-panel hair follicle test, before we consider additional visitation. And I'm going to put this over to March 22nd at 9
So
o'clock.
I'm not being charged with nothing?
No, not here. I'm suspending your visitation because of the concerns that were raised in the declaration that was filed in the protection order case.
In the state of Oregon?
That declaration was filed in a Washington case.
But it clearly states on Facebook and everything else that it was in use. She put drug use in the state of Oregon.
Domestic violence in
So
the
I'm
state of
not gonna argue
Washington.
with you about that. So I made my ruling. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you back here on March 22nd.